Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Astrology. Today, my name is Mel Rose, and I'm usually here to share your daily aspects. Now, I'm going to keep doing that. My plan is to keep showing up every day and giving you daily aspects, but with this episode, I want to do something a little bit different that helps us not just deal with this day's energies, but the energies that are coming up for the next several days. So you may have heard me talk about this before. As you know, the wheel of the year is 360 degrees. And that is divided into these 9 or 10 day segments called decans. There are 36 decans in a year. And the first one begins on January 1 and the last one ends on December 31st. So here we are with the first decan of the year starting on January 1, and that goes through January 9. And so what I'm going to do is show you the next 10 days, what's going to happen more briefly in terms of the aspects and the flow of the week, as well as the sort of overarching theme of the week. And I'm just hoping that this will help us get a little bit of a handle on things, not just as they're happening today, but as they are coming up. Of course, I welcome your feedback and I appreciate you all for being here. So let's get into the first decan of the year. Okay, so this week is the first decan of the calendar year 2023, and it is represented in tarot by the Three of Pentacles, indicating that this is a period of time when we focus on collaboration toward collective successes. And you're going to see that in this 10-day period, there's a lot of stuff going on in our outer life where we work with other people, okay? And our ability to collaborate, to plan, to work together with others. So, you know, everyone has their own material resources that they bring to the projects we build for security and support, whether that be money or just the work that our bodies do, or our ability to create certain arts or to make certain kinds of plans. When we combine our efforts, the work goes quickly, and then no one has to give of themselves in ways that they aren't equipped to do. So we work together, friends, we communicate, we plan, and we collaborate so that we can build something together that has value to us all. And to be very specific, this look ahead, it includes the dates January 1 through January 9. I will try in the future to release these a little bit prior to the upcoming dates. Today is Sunday, January 1. Mercury makes a sextile to Neptune, which we discussed in the daily episode. It's a speedy, quick encounter with positive potential to create according to what is ideal for us through the intellect, through our capacity to plan and communicate. So Neptune is very much about what is ideal for us, what our dreams are, what we have faith in, what we'd like to believe for ourselves. And then Mercury is the intellect. It's very rational. It's about how we express ourselves and how we plan. So this is an invitation to let your compassion, to let your sense of connection to yourself, to others, to spirit, and to let your imagination, your creativity be expressed in your intellectual capacity, in your capacity to plan, to communicate, and to collaborate with others. And then on Monday, January 2, the sun is square to Chiron. And, we might find, especially in our outer life and our work, social, and civic lives, that there are people who have some criticism or some disagreement with the way that we do things. They'd like to see us do it differently. Often they would just like to see us do it the way they would do it, right? So take good counsel. That's okay. If somebody has a better idea, again, it's a collaboration, right? So we want to listen to people, especially those who have some sort of perhaps expertise in their part of what we're doing, but maintain your autonomy. Remember the gifts you bring. Remember what it is that you are there to do, and don't let somebody else show you how to do that part, okay? Venus also enters Aquarius that day, and that's our loving, receptive hearts sort of opening up to a broader perspective, to unconventional things that we might be attracted to, to letting into our lives. So Venus in Aquarius is very sort of big picture. Our love is more universal and it's really a love of justice and equity for all people. The moon on Monday goes void, of course, for 4 hours before moving into Gemini. On Tuesday, January 3rd, Tuesday's going to be, there's not a lot happening on Tuesday, so it's going to be a sort of looking back to go forward. We're going to talk about Mars, Mercury, and Uranus all being retrograde as we enter the new year here, and how that has us still in this mode of reflection, re-envisioning, rethinking how we approach, taking our actions, making our plans, doing our collaborations, and also how we handle, you know, exciting new changes and information, how we handle impulsivity that comes in, you know, realizing that that reflection only lasts this month, and then after that we'll have an opportunity to sort of move forward more easily without having to be in that mode of reflection. Wednesday, January 4, Venus is sextile to Jupiter, and we have this impulse to give. We will be in Aquarius, so we're already very broad-minded and very attracted to social causes that represent the uplift of everyone. And then sextile to Jupiter in Aries, it's this impulse to be active and to give. Okay, so to give of ourselves in a way where we show up for people that are in need, or just to share generously with people that we like to keep close, that we trust. Those are good social. It's a very good social vibe, and it's a very good time to think about what it is that you have so much of, that you've received so much of, that you have some to share, and who you might share it with. On Wednesday, the moon will be void, of course, for 10 hours. That will span the midnight hour before moving into Cancer on Thursday. On Thursday, the sun makes a trine to Uranus, and this is a time, again, sun is about our work, social, and civic lives, who we are outside the home. And that trine is a really auspicious, blessed vibe. It's like the angels are smiling down on us as we encounter some shifts and some changes, maybe some exciting new opportunities, or simply new perspectives, or even new technology coming up. You know, Uranus is a ruler of Aquarius, where Venus has just entered. So it's a great time to be taking advantage of unconventional opportunities as they come up, to be receptive to unconventional opportunities and see what we can do to make them work for us in that outer life, in the work, social, and civic life. On Friday, January 6th, we have that full moon in Cancer, okay? And the full moon is the culmination of our creative cycle for the month. So this is the time to stop work on whatever it is that we've been trying to culminate, right? Hopefully we are done by now. It's time to pause, reflect on what it is that we have gotten done so far, pat ourselves on the backs, celebrate with the people who have collaborated with us, pat them on the backs. And in Cancer, Cancer is a very moon rules Cancer, so it's a very at home among the people that we love and keep close. So we celebrate with cleansing, because Cancer is a water sign, and sort of self-nurture, take baths, do water rituals, you know, make yourself and your loved ones a hearty, wholesome meal. That'll be a great way to celebrate the full moon coming up this Friday. And then on next Saturday, on January 7, 2023, Sun goes conjunct to Mercury. So, you know, this is very much a vibe of intensification of communication and planning and collaboration. Again, out in our work, social, and civic lives. This is the sort of the down and dirty of the collaboration. Okay, so you know, when we come to our collaboration with people, especially outside our homes, you know, it's one thing that we are good salespeople at this time. It's one thing that we have we are inflamed with a good vision, and that we can speak well. We can kind of sell people on our perspective and our ability to take care of our part. But we could listen a little bit better at this time, okay? So when you are collaborating with other people, understand that a collaboration is not just one person showing up and saying, all right, this is what we're gonna do, right? Whether that's you or somebody else, you have to really be willing to listen to what other people have to say and make the plan in a collaborative way that shows that everybody has offered up what it is that they have to give. Okay, that show that everybody has had their say and that things are going to go well because people are sort of doing their part. So speak well, listen better next Saturday. And then the moon is void, of course, for 4.5 hours that Saturday before it makes ingress to Leo. On Sunday, January 8th, Mercury is trine to Uranus. This is a time when we are quick of mind, where our thinking is even speeded up. We're very flexible. We can change our mind. We're excited to gain new information. We're still very much in a reflective mode. These are both planets in retrograde, right? So, it's a think first before you speak. Have a conversation with somebody before you create the plan, right? And definitely when a change comes up, when an exciting new way to look at this comes up, don't just change the plan on your own. Again, come back and collaborate with other people. Have conversations with the people that you're collaborating with. But the changes that we want to make at this time are really blessed, and everybody's going to be able to see that who is involved. And then Monday, January 9, Venus is trine to Mars, another very auspicious aspect where, Venus and Mars are kind of the archetype of the couple. One is more receptive and one is more assertive. One is more about, pairing off and being in reciprocity, and one is a little bit more about doing their own thing. And that one is retrograde right now, so we're reassessing how we act, especially in relationships that day. But the trine vibe again is very positive. So any creative activity that we engage in, whether that is artistic, whether that is collaborative among your friends, your allies, your cohort at work, any creative activity you engage in you're gonna find it very satisfying. It's gonna go really well. So those are the upcoming 10 days, January 1 through January 9. Coming up after this 10 days will be Decan number 2 out of 36 for the year, and that will represent January 10 through 19. The card that goes with that is the 4 of Pentacles, which is about conserving resources. So having conserving resources in mind, during that Decan, Mars is going to go direct. Okay, so we're going to have a little more confidence and capability of direct forward motion. Also, Mercury is going to go direct, so we can have a little more confidence and facility with our ability to plan and collaborate and communicate without having to reflect so much on it, right? Without having necessarily think first before we speak. And then on the 18th, the Sun is going to go conjunct to Pluto. This happens once a year, and the Sun's conjunct to Pluto is a time when we really perceive some endings and beginnings in our outer life, especially that collaborative work effort, those social and civic efforts as well. So that is the Decan coming up. We have discussed the next 9 days, including today. Thank you for bearing with me through that. It's my first time doing this one, so it's probably going to change a little bit as we go. I really welcome your feedback, and I hope that having a little bit of an update like this, a little bit of a looking forward, will perhaps give us, reason to think ahead rather than just simply tuning in for the day's aspects and dealing with what's going on today. So yes, please give me your feedback, and thank you for being here. I truly appreciate your presence. My name is Mel Rose, and I'll see you all back here next January 10th for Astrology Today, the Foresight edition. All right, see you all later.